Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Heroes in a Half Shell, Turtle Power. Woo! Welcome back. This is Millennial Man Motions Entertainment, LLC. It is August of 2023, and I am back with my friend and co-host Avi. And in this episode, we're going to be talking about the only Turtle sequel that I actually kind of like. The only sequel, none of the other sequels that I like at all. This is 1991's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2. The Secret of the Ooze. So let's get right into this. Avi, welcome back. What are your initial opening thoughts when it comes to Turtles 2, Secret of the Ooze?
Because this is the movie I first saw the Ninja Turtles before the first movie.
That's right. I think you mentioned that before in another podcast. You said you actually saw this one before the first one?
Yeah, because this is like more. This one movie is very more family friendly. Because the first one movie is like very too dark and very too like almost a little bit mature. Because the first movies had to be very faithful to the original comic book that is so much darker.
Yeah, this movie was definitely a lighter tone to the first movie, and I think one of the reasons they did that, one of the main reasons, is that the parents didn't like how violent it was, and so they decided to go through a lighter tone, which meant they really didn't get to use their weapons. And overall, I think Turtles 2 would have been a whole lot better movie, at least in my opinion, if they kept the same dark, gritty like tone that the first one had. But I understand why it got a lighter tone for the reasons.
Right. And this one about for that movie, a sequel, it turns out who the secret is about. They find out what company that created the Turtles, and Splinter.
Which company was it this time?
TGRI.
Ah, TGRI. Isn't that what they use as the movie's thing in that, right?
Yeah, the movie company.
Yeah.
The original comic story about the Ooze was made by a stranded aliens called the Utrons. The Krang alien. Utrons, through a fund company called TCRI, Techno Cosmic Research Institute. Since the first script did not include the Utrons, the company was changed to TGRI, Techno Global Research Industries.
Right, that's partly part of it with everything there, yeah.
They had no aliens involved again.
Right. Well, yeah. So in the first movie, they do have a scene where Splinter is telling
the canister of the Ooze.
Yeah.
They show about the flashback.
Well, the Ooze is the stuff in the second movie about more of this canister stuff. But I want to say, in the first movie, it does have this one scene where Splinter is telling April O'Neil about how the Turtles came to be. And I thought, and had the little Turtles having their little voices and stuff, and like doing the dance moves and talking and stuff. And I thought that whole Ooze like stuff in the first movie was a bit more interesting to me on how they portrayed that in the original first movie as opposed to this TGRI Ooze stuff in the second one. It's like they thought it would be more interesting if this Ooze stuff was explained more, when really, again, similar to the third movie, I thought they could have come up with a better story than what they came up with also for the second and third movie. But yeah, what else did you want to say about the science and the Ooze and stuff?
The science and Ooze and stuff, why the company had to cover up about that to escape the project, about the no one involved about the capacity information about Ooze.
Right. Well, speaking of which, about this whole Ooze and the company and stuff, I wanted to mention the scientist guy that works with the Turtles in this. Who he was also had a bad guy in Titanic 97.
He's a reporter in the Richard Donner movie, The Omen.
Oh, I'm not familiar with the Omen horror movie. I mean, I saw parts of it, but like...
He's also like an admiral in the sequel of the Mary Poppins Returns.
Hold on, one thing at a time. Let's go back to the Omen first. Who does he play in the Omen?
Plays a photographer who allied with Gregory Peck.
In the Omen, is he good, neutral, or bad?
He's good. He's a good guy.
And what was the movie you said after the Omen?
He's in the sequel of Mary Poppins.
Mary Poppins. No, but he passed away recently. When did the Mary Poppins come out?
2018.
Okay, so he must have passed away a little bit after that movie then.
Before he passed away.
Right. Oh, before he had passed away. Okay. So I just wanted to say how he was in how he's a scientist guy in this, and I just know him from Titanic, and then you mentioned the two other things.
You don't confuse the scientist guy, the Baxter Stockman.
They didn't have Baxter Stockman in this second movie.
No, they thought this idea about the idea about why they originally they're supposed to have Bebop and Rocksteady as a New Mutants about the. Originally, the studio wanted Bebop and Rocksteady from the original cartoon about to appear. However, Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird, the creator of Ninja Turtles, were not in favor of it. So Toka and Raza were created. But Toka and Raza became so popular that they made an appearance in the original cartoon in season 7.
Season 7, yeah, okay. I think, yeah, when they brought on Tokar and Razor for this instead, I think it was meant to be like the kind of live-action version of what kind of supposed to be is Bebop and Rocksteady. But real quick, back to Baxter Stockman before those mutant guy things. Baxter Stockman, I only kind of know from playing the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 NES video game. The Baxter Stockman thing came as a thing as both the human and the thing of it in the Turtles 2 video game of NES. And you're right. The people, the creators of the comics didn't want, for whatever reason, they didn't want the Bebop and Rocksteady, so instead they created the new what I consider is copies or kind of similar things to that with whatever they're called in the second movie.
Yeah, the Toka Raza.
Yeah.
Snappy Turtle.
Yeah.
That Snappy Turtle reminds me like you play in the video game in Super Mario Brothers. You have Bowser with the spike on the shells.
Oh, okay, that's an interesting observation. Did you see the new spring 2023 Super Mario Brothers movie?
Not yet. But I hope I get it in the library. If not, I found a way to get paid to stream in Peacock.
Okay, I hear about all that. Okay, well, let me know in the library once you've seen Mission Impossible 7.
Okay. And the glass that Professor Perry uses to mix a mutagen antidote has a picture of Bart Simpson from The Simpsons.
That's right, yeah, the Bart Simpson part there, yeah.
Because one of Bart's trademark catchphrase is Cowabunga, like that of the Turtles.
Right, exactly. Oh, right, exactly. So yeah, so let's talk about some of these characters now. Of the early '90s live-action movies, which April do you prefer? The original first April, or the one they used in the second and third movie? Or do you not really care? Or do you not care either way?
Oh, the original April.
Yeah, the original April. Yeah, she didn't want to come back for the second one. And then see what's that? And now let's talk about the new character that they used to replace Casey Jones. What did you make of this young Asian guy? What's his name? Character's name?
Kino.
Yeah, what did you make of Kino?
Well, sometimes it's very too dramatic about. So I thought he was like I never knew how he learned to train about martial arts before, but decided to become the pizza guy.
Right. I read as far as his character is concerned that outside of this movie, in the entire Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles universe of things, he's not seen, heard of, or mentioned again.
Except you saw him in Surf Ninjas.
I wanted to mention that, yeah, actually. And then 2 years later, in '93, he does Surf Ninjas. Right, exactly. The Surf Ninjas, that was a funny movie, of him being in that.
Nelson and Rob Schneider.
Right, exactly. Rob Schneider and what'd you say?
Leslie Nielsen.
Oh, yeah, rest in peace, Leslie Nielsen and Rob Schneider.
Leslie Nielsen and the Surf Ninja. He plays some kind of like a Shredder type of guy.
Oh, okay.
Right.
We're gonna talk about Shredder in a sec, but I just want to say one more thing about him again is that this Kino, and as far as the universe of Teenage Turtles is concerned, he's never seen, heard of, or mentioned again in any other parts of Turtles universe. So it's kind of like he's a one and done in this movie. But now that you mentioned how, was it Rob Schneider kind of played a Shredder-like thing in that?
Rob Schneider?
Yeah. So
Rob Schneider in Surf Ninjas.
Right, in Surf Ninjas. So in Surf Ninjas, did Rob Schneider play like a Shredder-type character?
No, that's Leslie Nielsen.
Oh, Leslie Nielsen kind of did. Okay. Yeah, Leslie Nielsen's very, very funny. Who did Rob Schneider play in that?
He plays more like a friend to the Kino character type.
Okay. Yeah, Surf Ninjas. That was a funny movie. I only know the guy from Turtles 2 and Surf Ninjas. Yeah.
He starts off as a child in an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie called Red Sonja.
What happened in Red Sonja?
His early acting roles actually first begins as a child.
Oh,
It's a movie in 1985, Red Sonja.
that's interesting. That's interesting. Okay. The other thing again I want to mention again is, which I already mentioned in the third movie, is that I did not care for the Donatello voice of whoever does Donatello in this second movie. To me, Donatello's voice is always Corey Feldman in the first and third. That's what I want to say about Donatello. I like that. I think. What else? Let me see. Oh, Shredder. Shredder. Okay, here's my thoughts. Shredder. The way it looks like he really died, especially how it was at the end of the first movie, I thought it was really like, you have to like...
graphic about it in the first
movie.
Yeah.
You have to like suspend disbelief that he actually really survived that.
Or because what is actually crushed is not his head, it's actually only his helmet.
That's what they say, but it's like, no, that would have all got him. I didn't buy that he was still alive from that. The other thing I want to mention about Shredder, outside of him coming back in the beginning of this movie in an outrageously not realistic way, is that at the end of the movie he wants to take the rest of that ooze for himself, and then that makes him become the Super Shredder. And I thought it was also underwhelming how the Super Shredder was easily defeated by him just kind of like
destroying all the piers.
Yeah, the pier. It's like, that wasn't a real fight. We want to see the real fight, not him just doing the piers like that. So.
Grab the Adardos and so be it.
All right, exactly. So be it. I like your delivery of that line. So be it. There. So.
The Super Shredder is actually a WrestleMania guy. Yeah,
right. Yeah, no, by the wrestling thing, yeah. And what I liked about the Turtles 2 and Turtles 3 NES video games, both of them, is at the end of the game of each of them, you get to face off against a Super Shredder.
Yeah, because even also because there's a difference about when Shredder actually drank his own ooze, vial of ooze, about like how did the costume change it so it's very super big?
Yeah, I know it's
spikes on the shoulder,
right, exactly,
and the cape and the
right,
everything is also very ridiculous. About I can't believe if he drinks it, what if he lets go and splash all over him?
Right, exactly. Yeah, it's too much. I did not. We both didn't care for the third movie. The beginning, it had an odd opening for the third movie. The first original, which we'll get to soon, hopefully next Thursday, God willing, had a really great opening of the turtle saving April. But now in this movie, as you said, he's a pizza delivery guy. I like how it opens where he goes down where he's not supposed to, sees those guys stealing that stuff, does the little martial arts, and then after the martial arts, they start attacking him, and then all four turtles get up in the air, and boom.
Hopefully the turtles heard about it on the radio just to find out what's going on about how the turtles came in time for where there's a department robbery.
Right. Well, what happened with the department robbery again? Oh, they heard it also over the radio, you said?
I know, but how the turtles knows about that?
I don't know. Again, another suspension of disbelief. But
maybe like just like Batman, they do stealth mode. It's just to investigate crime.
Right, exactly. Now that reminds me that you mentioned with Batman. So the first movies being so dark and gritty, Turtles 1, I think a lot of Turtles 1 1990 was inspired by the Batman 1989.
Yeah.
And then the other connection kind of is that because Batman Returns was also so dark and the parents didn't like that for the kids, it made Batman 3, Batman Forever lighter also. So it seems like when first originals get too dark, in the sequels they try to sometimes go lighter in response.
Alright.
Any other I liked your delivery of that Shredder line, so be it. I want to talk about more characters, and if you can, deliver some more lines from other characters from the movie as well.
Any characters about what?
Any other characters we still haven't yet talked about, and to deliver movie lines from the close.
There's one about I was gonna say about Vanilla Ice,
Okay, we'll talk about that real quick. So that was a musical artist in the early 90s, and of course everybody will always get and know that at the end of this movie, he has made up those lines that are very catchy. It's like, you could say it.
Ninja rap.
Go ninja, go ninja, go ninja, go ninja. Okay.
How about Splinter?
Splinter. Yo, tell me, what do you thought about? How do you think the Turtle 2?
What?
How do you think Turtle 2 Splinter is for you? Turtle 2's version of Splinter.
Very calm and now he tells the truth about the Turtles.
Yeah, to me, the best Splinter interpretation is Turtles 1 from 1990. But I thought him in this second movie, it's not as not as well as the first movie, but it's better how he was, way better than he was in the third movie. It's kind of like he's a few points down to how he was to me in the first movie, but still always better than the third. So, like he said, how he talks to the turtles and life lessons, still a good Splinter. Probably the last good Splinter we ever had was Turtles 2. And Turtles 2, Secret of the Ooze is the only sequel of all the sequels that I actually kind of like. I don't care for any other sequels outside of Secret of the Ooze. Personally.
Also sometimes about how even that I like about how they're able to find the new layers about the abandoned.
Oh yeah, sure. That's what. Oh yeah. So right. So they find a new layer they're looking for in this movie because they don't want to stay at April's too long. They find the perfect layer that they want to make their home. They get it all set up and ready. And what I like about the continuity about these three early '90s movies, is that they use the same layer in the third movie from the second. So it's like, okay, their Donatello voice is going all over the place between things, but they obviously know they couldn't go back to their layer in the first movie because that got found by the foot soldiers. But that same layer they found and liked in the second movie is brought back for the third movie 2 years later. Yeah. So let's see what else. What other characters deliver lines from the movie? Quote lines.
And also, let's see, this is the approach. The approach of the studio accepted from Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird involved revealing part of the mystery behind the Turtles' origin, that being where the mysterious canister of Ooze come from, namely the Techno-Cosmic Research Institute. The story was fairly closely follows issue number 4 of the comic where the Turtles discover a TCR building after a rooftop fight with a foot. When the Turtles enter the building, they encounter the rear TCR aliens, the Ootrums. They are little squishy brain-like creatures about the size of a basketball that ride around the stomach cavity of the humanoid robot vehicles like Krang. The Triceratons, the Triceratops, the dinosaur aliens, were going to appear after Ootrums activated the transmit device they were working on to get to our home. Later, they suggested using a whole Mauser scenario that is in Book 2, only tying the Mausers in with the TCR guys. They created the Mausers. Baxter Stockman is actually a TCR alien, fronting this Mauser as idea as a way of making money for the company to aid their efforts to get off the planet. The studio used this as the basis for this movie made changes to closer resemble the Fred Wolf cartoon show. Among them was replacing Ootrums, Triceratons, and Baxter Stockmans with Shredder, Tonka Raza, and a cartoon Baxter knockoff named Jordan Perry.
Right. So about all that, the Misers and Baxter, the Miser things there, and Baxter Stockman. I fought off of a lot of Miser thingies in both Turtles 2 and 3 video games. Also fought off Baxter Stockman in the second video game of part 2 of that. And you also mentioned the alien stuff and the Krang. I thought for a third movie they should have either did like we said, alien and Krang stuff, or finally bring Baxter Stockman in the third movie. Any one of those three choices would have been better villains for the third movie, but obviously they didn't. They went in a different direction. But that's interesting how you just said all that for that. But yeah, I think they ended up using in the 2010 movies, they eventually bring characters that they didn't get to use in the 90s ones. But I don't even pay attention to the ones from the 2010s. We're just talking about the early 90s movies here. But what do you think about all this? You mentioned all the science-y and aliens.
Also, the director makes of the cameo appearance, Michael Pressman.
Yeah. Which part did he cameo in?
The Channel 3 news manager.
Right, in the channel part, right. Yeah.
Well, mainly the director, Michael Pressman, he's known making it for television shows.
Right, mostly named for television,
like
yeah.
Big Defense or something.
Right.
But he directed a few films that I tried to find is Boulevard Nights, 1979, and there's one to Jillian's 37th birthday.
Whose birthday?
Jillian. Yeah, it's an independent movie.
Oh, okay, right. Oh, yeah.
Right. And also when the Turtles first encountered Tonka Raza, Michelangelo asked, "Did we see these guys on WrestleMania?" In fact, Kevin Nash, Super Shredder, would later make 5 WrestleMania appearances, including one as WWF champion at WrestleMania 11, 1995. 25 years after the movie's release, action figures ended up being produced of Ninja Turtles dressed as pro wrestlers,
right,
including Raphael as The Rock and Sting, Michelangelo as Macho Man Randy Savage and Rowdy Roddy Piper, and Donatello as the Ultimate Warrior and the Undertaker. Ironically, no Turtles figure were dressed as Kevin Nash.
Right. Yeah, again, Super Shredder at the end of this movie, I thought that whole Super Shredder against the Turtles was really anticlimactic and very underwhelming.
Yeah. Yeah, about the how did Splinter got these. If the Splinter House were they seen about but the Turtles lied to them about
Yes.
But how the Splinter got out of the subway and required this newspaper, and how did the Turtles get the picture taken on the newspaper?
You'll have to tell me how.
Like it's just plot holes.
Right. Well, right. Well, let me. I want to mention. Yes, always plot holes. But before I forget, and I said you mentioned Splinter there again for that part, I want to mention, at the end of all three movies, Splinter is the last to say something. At the end of Turtles 1, he says, cowabunga, then they all go cowabunga, that's how it ends, and then he says, I made a funny at the end of the first one. Now, at the end of the second, when he says that line about the newspaper, were you seen? They lied, they said no. They said, they lied, so no, you have to train, but, so I made another funny, and then the...
Practice harder.
Practice harder. I made another funny, and then the Turtles do their whole.
Go ninja, go.
Yeah, go. Yeah.
I made another funny.
Right. Exactly. Yes. Exactly. All of that. So it's like, I love the music. By the way, I think the music in these movies, the music was really done in the first movie, and like you said, you got the Vanilla Ice going in this movie at the end for Go Ninja Go, and you got the Turtles dancing and just moving all around. Again, I would have liked it better if it was as dark and gritty as the first one, but obviously that wasn't the direction they wanted to go with there. But yeah, Splinter. This is my last Splinter. Like after Turtles 2 Splinter, I'm like, I don't like anything else of Splinter. So let's see what else. Who else was there any other characters we haven't mentioned yet? And any other quotes or lines you could really give?
How it's easy enough to. As a challenging part is about how the Kino never trained how to remove the bells off the mannequin, about the never tried before to steal. That was
explained. That was explained. When he was with the one turtle, his turtle friend did it while it was like where no one could see anything. One of the turtles took it off for him.
Yeah, it's just like as a quick minute about without no bell ringing.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Also, I think about I don't know how the Foot could get to the headquarters at the junkyard.
What? Yeah. Which part of the junkyard part are we talking about now?
The part where the Foot Clan were they staying, where they were on the run.
Yeah. So what happened in the junkyard? Which scene of the junkyard? Which part are we talking about?
Junkyard about also what I like about this the character that we did see about is one called Tatsu.
Right, but he was from the first movie, right? They brought him back for the second movie.
Back, it's kind of like the second command type.
Right, kind of like that. Yeah, I like at the end when they're in that thing where the whole thing with Toko and Razor and all those people and the Vanilla Ice Go Ninja Go, that the four turtles take all their shells and they get it all around Tatsu to get Tatsu done like that. So yeah, they bring that Tatsu back from the first movie there. Find it very hard to believe how Shredder's back. And they, again, to me, nothing ever surpassed the awesome classic first original movie. But as far as sequels are concerned, this is the only sequel that I kind of like just a little bit more than all the other Turtle sequels outside of this one. But
well, the actor plays Kino is played by Ernie Reyes Jr. Ernie Reyes Jr. was Donatello's fight double in the original
first movie. Yeah, exactly.
But producers liked Reyes so much they created a role of Kino just for him to replace the ultraviolet Casey Jones.
Right, exactly. A replacement for Casey Jones. Right, also that as well. I always thought it was interesting when I read the trivia that outside of Turtles 2: Secret of the Ooze, Kino is not heard from, seen, or mentioned in any other parts of the Turtle universe. He's a one and done in this movie only.
Right. Judith Hogue, the original actress, plays her first April O'Neil in the first movie. Judith Hogue was not called in to reprise the role as April O'Neil after the director was unhappy when she derided the way they mistreated the stunt doubles and their unfair schedule changes.
Right.
She stated that the SuperCon Florida that she had no ill will towards Paige Turco. Instead, they met 17 years later and are now good friends. The directors found Paige Turco to resemble the character more and found their chemistry of the Turtles to seem more sincere.
So you and I both like you like the first April better though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll get to the first movie soon. You think you'll be hopefully was it gonna be next Thursday? Hopefully available for that one.
Thursday, yeah.
Yeah, Thursday. Okay.
Monday and Tuesday, I'll be away for the.
Right. I know where you'll be. I'll know you those days. So Thursday then, and you'll have to let me know when you're available for Speed. Okay.
And also about like.
Yes.
The building used for the entrance to April's apartment is the office of the New York location of Jim Henson's Creature Shop.
Oh, back to the Jim Henson thing, right? Isn't this like the last movie where they used the Jim Henson stuff?
Because they have in the very beginning before the credits, they show it in memory of Jim Henson.
Yeah. Yeah, in the memory part. Yeah. Is this the last movie where they use Jim Henson suits?
Yeah, the last movie for Jim Henson Creature Shop. Before the third movie, they replaced another special.
The third movie, the creature suits were horribly terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any other quotes and great quotes from the movie?
I'm Leonardo. I'm Michelangelo. I'm Donatello. I'm Raphael. Yeah, all the good ones. And with O.
Right, very good, very nice.
Because what about Raffaello? There's no like. How about like Soprano? How about Soprano?
Right. Another thing I like, you mentioned Splinter before. Soprano, nice. Another thing I like about Splinter in this movie, which he kind of did at the first movie as well. At the end, well, he did it. He saved them at the end of the first movie. In this movie, he saves all 4 turtles when Shredder's about to have them demolished in that whole the net thing.
About that. That's why Splinter just in time.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. Yes.
We carry our insurance. Yeah, mutual Splinter, dude.
Nice. Right. Yeah.
Okay, because even it's like how about what besides Splinter is involved in the fight at the end of the first movie about against Shredder, but why not even now in the second movie, it just only came into support. It's about part of the plan, but when the Splinter used the bow and arrow. Right.
Well, that's how he saved the turtles in this movie with the bow and arrow part there. Yeah.
Right. The Splinter says their world can never be ours. Like not even pizza.
Pizza's okay.
Oh man, you give a guy a heart attack.
Right, exactly, yes. Nice.
Take the ugly one. You take the ugly one. No, you take the ugly one. I'll take the ugly one. Which one's the ugly one?
Right.
You know, like that funny idea about how they use the antidote to mutagen by putting it through the donuts.
Right, through the donuts. Yeah, exactly.
It's very funny about the 2 mutants are very nauseous about it.
Right.
But how the Tonka knows about why they give him seconds about if he knows about dietary.
Right, exactly. It's interesting.
He found out there's no gel inside.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you could pick apart any movie and see how many goofs or however you call it.
Hot bagel.
Yeah.
Go ahead, attack me if you will. When it is over, you will call me master. Mama. Stop me. Babies, there are babies.
Right.
Because I was supposed to find the animals from the zoo or something, but they didn't know about they're like a pup or something.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
First, we must observe the ancient ritual of the traditional pre-fight donut.
Right.
So Dante, hey, is this gonna work? Well, is like Schwarzenegger hard to spell? Yeah. Dante pressed to spell out, but realized it's true. Yeah. So walked in, pretty quiet. Shredder. Thanks, man. I may never have hiccups again.
Very nice.
Ninja pizza pizza that vanished quickly without trace.
Nice. That's a good line. That's a nice line.
Yeah. That's the movie I like most about how they eat pizza at the very beginning.
Oh yeah, they start off with all the New Yorkers eating pizza before they do the whole stealing guys thing scene. Yeah, all the New Yorkers just eating pizza there in the beginning of the movie while the music plays.
Hey guys, check this. It imitate Karate Kid. Wax on, wax off,
right.
Wax on, mouth off.
Right.
Hey, everyone's a critic.
Yeah, that's what's interesting about these turtle movies is that in each of the movies they have all these like pop culture like references of things in there. Yeah. Like you mentioned with the whole Bart Simpson as part of the Bart Simpson part there.
A Simpson that makes appearance
Yeah,
as
yeah.
a Simpsons.
Yeah.
He makes Cowabunga.
Yeah.
But back to, but you know what you just missed about Die Hard 2, because they show on the pre-flight on the flight movie on the flight in the movie of Die Hard 2, they showing the Simpsons.
What happened on Die Hard 2?
Yeah, the Simpsons makes it on the to be shown on the flight movie schedule.
What, they showed the Simpsons TV show?
TV shows on the flight.
Yeah, that's interesting. That's interesting.
Yeah. After Leo starts conversation about the foot, about we kicked their butts. They're all in jail. Besides, we took out the shredder. So what's everyone so worried about anyway? He's right. No, Splinter took out the shredder. They're both like, yeah, I was there, Leo. Remember? Old Shredder did a swan dive with a half gator right into the back of a garbage truck. Ah!
Right, so that's right. Yeah, I like how this parts of this right. Nice line there. I like how this is like a direct. Those are like a direct reference to the first movie happening that way.
Previously about
Say again.
they did remember about previously the Ninja Turtles.
Oh, okay. We just to let you know, runtime so far, we just reached 31 minutes in, so we're currently at the 31-minute points.
Right. Picks up Donnie, April. Where are you guys? Do you find a new place to live yet? Yeah, we'll bring you down. We only had time to pick up Splinter and get a few essentials. Oh yeah, a bag of potato chips. Yeah, the bare essentials. So
Nice.
The reason why we're crawling is, have you seen Raphael by any chance? Raphael? Why? Is he missing? No, there's still more little stuff to help with, Michael Ledger. Hey, I'm helping Donnie. He tries to buy a phone back. Give me a phone. No. So you haven't seen him at all then, huh? Leonardo said, well, if she has, tell him thanks for wasting our time, because instead of going to look for the Ooze like we should, we gotta go out and look for him instead.
Yeah, Raphael always seems to be missing in all these movies.
Because he always wants to do independent. He wants to do undercover.
Right, exactly, yeah.
It's present. So
right, exactly. Yeah.
Under the undercover for the.
So do you like, overall, do you like this movie for the most part, or would you have made some changes also, like I said? Would you change anything to how it actually came out?
The first two movie.
Say again?
I like the first two.
No, I know, me too. I'm saying, in this second movie, though, was there anything about it you would have changed and made different somehow, a bit?
Well, from the cartoon or the...
Well, you could bring parts of the cartoon in the second movie that they didn't show in the second movie. Anything that you thought should have been done differently in this movie and the way that it came out?
Something like what they should have done differently about, like, something about, like, I forgot, like, more aliens or more robots. They should have more robots. Why they had the turtles...
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, aliens and robots would have made it more interesting.
And sometimes, like, and sometimes, like, there's, like, a one about, like, what do you know about the... I didn't catch up any Ninja Turtles, but I had to help sometimes, like, they had to do with, like, mainly just robots and aliens. And,
okay. Yeah. Yeah, robots and aliens is a good good choice.
They should have showed about if they someday about the one of the Ooze bring the turtles back into human form.
Now, what about the Ooze now again?
Because they should make another type of mutagen. You have the Ooze, how they create them. They create their mutants into regular humans.
Okay. Oh yeah, no, they're turtles, but okay. All right.
They should be back with join with the outer world.
Okay. Now, right. So now, as far as all the turtle sequels that came out after the 1990 original, what did you like? Do you like this as the best sequel, or do you like some of the other sequels? What are your...
I like this. I like the sequel, the second one.
Yeah, this is the only sequel I like out of all of them. This is the only one I can tolerate, because I grew up with this one. So this first sequel, I thought they did okay enough with it, as opposed to all the other ones that came after I really don't care for. Supposedly TMNT 2007 was supposed to be pretty good. I saw parts of that, but never really got into the ones from the 2010s. And I'm not into Seth Green, so I'm not seeing this
Or what about like or the TV version? Like
the TV show I grew up watching, the 87 cartoon show.
Yeah, or there's a 2012 version the CGI.
I never watched the 21st Century TV shows. Only the one from 87.
Corey Feldman about the voice of Richard Donatello, the first and the second movie. Because in 2012 version of Ninja Turtles on Nickelodeon, they have two actors from Goonies reunited. Like the one about Sean Astin and Corey Feldman.
Who did Sean Astin play in all this?
And Sean Astin in 2012 version, he's voiced Raphael.
Oh, okay. Sean Astin voices Raphael in a 2012 version. Got it. Okay.
And also, Corey Feldman makes voice casting appearance in 2012 version as the voice of Slash.
That's also interesting. Wow.
Well, that's a character they should have. It's called Slash the Turtle.
Who is Slash in the Turtles universe?
Slash is it's like what do you call those? Hold on. Slash.
Because I wasn't familiar with the Slash character.
Who is Slash the Turtle? Here it comes.
Okay.
Spike was Raphael's mutated pet turtle and Slash and destroyed. He was exposed to some ooze, become known as Slash. It's almost like a violent turtle.
Oh, okay. I got you. Bless you. Anything about Turtles 2 that we have Secret of the Ooze that we haven't yet already mentioned?
We already covered. I think we already covered up about like how they talk about the Shredder send the turtles a message by destroying all the streets about like.
Yeah, there was the destroying of the street scene in there. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, they destroyed the Tokar and Razor were trying to destroy the streets there, yeah. We're now on the 36-minute point, so if you think you've covered most of what you wanted to say of Turtles 2, now that we're the 36 minutes in, what are your final thoughts and opinions on Turtles 2, Secret of the Ooze? Final thoughts.
Well, this could be like this is the almost like redeeming movie of second movie to appease the parents and children about after the
by going on a lighter route, is not as, yeah.
Even don't think about dancing around with the Go Ninja with Vanilla Ice.
Do or don't?
Don't think about like a dancing.
Everyone's gonna think about that. Go Ninja, go Ninja, go! Go Ninja, go Ninja, go Ninja.
I saw Vanilla since the last decade. I saw Vanilla Ice made a musical guest appearance on Today's Show for Halloween about. They have some where they do the sing Ice Ice Baby.
Nice, yes, this song, Ice Ice Baby.
The backup performer, backup dancer, they dress up Ninja Turtles.
That's pretty cool. So you said someone in the background was dancing Ninja Turtles?
The backup dancers.
The backup dancers are dancing as Ninja Turtles?
They're dressing up as Ninja
Turtles. Oh, nice. That's pretty cool. It's like
an ironic joke. Joke about they want to do that ninja rap.
Got you. Right. So let's see. So Turtles 3 from 93, we both gave it a D. We gave Turtles 3 from 93 a D, but how would you grade Turtles 2?
Well, C. Well, I say C.
A C? I'm going to give it a C+. So we both give it a C as well. We got a D for Turtles 3, and a C's for Turtles 2. Okay. All right. Anything else you want to tell the audience before we start to wrap up?
Nothing much.
Nothing much? Well, then God willing...
Don't think we're eating too much pizza.
Oh, pizza's always about the Turtles, yes. God willing, you and I'll be back for the audience next Thursday to conclude our Turtles franchise discussion with just these early 91s with the classic original Turtles, Ninja Turtles 1990. I cannot wait to hear Avi's thoughts and opinions about that one. It's definitely my favorite of the entire franchise. And hopefully, some point after Turtles 1, we'll be doing Speed after that.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. So I really appreciate you coming on to talk with everybody about the Turtles 2 here. And God willing, I'll see you next Thursday.
See you around.
All right, see you around. Be safe.
Okay, bye.
Take care. Peace out. Everybody support your local movie theater throughout the decade of the 2030s, that's just 7 years away, to see a big community-like experience with strangers, to see things like, hopefully, Deadpool 3 one day, Deadpool 3 release date, currently unknown, it's probably same for Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 2, to see a this big screen like that, inside with strangers community, it's experience like no other ever before. Why? Because streaming online at home is just not the same thing at all. Everybody dance and have a good time. One more time. Everybody dance and have a good time. This is friend and co-host Avi and Millennial Man Motions Entertainment LLC signing out till Turtles 1, 1990. Dun 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 dun.